Welcome back to our D-Noble Construction YouTube channel. Here you'll see I'm just drilling out some 5/8 inch holes for some number 4 rebar to be installed. So I already have drilled these out. I'm just making sure they're in the correct depth here. I also did, you want to make sure you do this here. You have to get a compressor with a blow tip. And you want to blow all of that dust out of those holes. You want to make sure you do that before you put any adhesive in there. Otherwise the adhesive is just going to stick to the dust and not do anything. So you'll see by code you got to get a blow tip, blow all that dust out of there, and also get a wire brush and brush that out. I'll probably do another video sometime of me actually doing that there. But for this video I'll just show you. We have the new Milwaukee caulking gun. So when you're using this epoxy anchoring grout, it's a 2-part epoxy. So when you pull the trigger, it mixes 2 of the components together. But using this battery powered Milwaukee caulking gun is a lot easier on the forearms, and it makes light work. You'll see here I'm just running a small bead out to make sure that the 2-part component is mixed correctly. You want to make sure you have the same consistent color. If you don't, then it's not going to harden correctly and it won't hold the rebar in place. So I'm just kind of messing about with the settings here to make sure I get it correct so the mixing is sufficient. Right here I'm kind of just messing about with the settings to make sure I get the dial correct. It goes from 1 to 6, so 6 is probably too powerful. It'll end up putting a hole in the caulking tube. So I'm just kind of messing about. And there you go, you'll see I have a nice consistent bead. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting that into the holes. So I just put the spout in as far as I can and just pull the trigger. And as I'm pulling the trigger, I'm actually pulling the caulking tube back out again. So I make sure I get lots and lots of epoxy in there. Essentially when you push the rebar in, it will push some of the epoxy out and it will drip down the wall. And you'll probably see that here. I'll try and highlight that. Try and get a better angle here for you. See if we can kind of get, you can see exactly what I'm doing here. You'll see when I'm putting this rebar in, I'm just kind of twisting it and pushing it in to make sure I get enough of that epoxy around the rebar and the concrete. You also want to make sure you don't end up with any air pockets. You might hear a little pop whenever you push the epoxy in, and that's the air escaping, which is a good thing. You'll see the epoxy's dripping down the wall there, so I was talking about that's another good sign. You can never put too much epoxy in. You just this will take 24 hours for it to harden and cure. So once you put this in, you just gotta leave it, and then you come back later on and tie the rebar. So same again here on the other side, we're just gonna put more epoxy in there. Pretty straightforward. I remember doing this a lot with just a manual caulking gun, so it's tough work. So this gun really is helping out. It might seem a little tedious to do it, but if you've experienced doing lots of basement remodels and structural work using a caulking gun, just using your manual caulking gun is really sore in your forearms after a few hours. So using this battery operated gun is a lot easier. So I had to use a new tube. I used up one tube there, which did about 5 holes, I believe. So this stuff is expensive. I believe it's around $28 or so for a tube. So it's expensive, but it is good stuff. So this is the last rebar to go in. So once that's put in, we just leave it. As I said before, it takes 24 hours to cure.